Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do my 3-month post-op update for my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel and you have the notification bell turned on so you know when I upload. And if you like this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It helps me out, it helps my channel out, and it lets me know what kind of videos you like to see on this channel. All of my sleeve videos have been doing pretty well, so I think from here on out, I'm going to maybe focus on those for a little while. I know I was doing the beauty thing for a while, but honestly, I kind of got burned out by it. Just all of the drama that was going on in the beauty community really kind of just like ate away at my brain, and just like, do I really want to do that? I don't know. I do have a ton of empties, so I might do an empties video coming up. But I think from here on out, just kind of like a little housekeeping issue, I think I might kind of stick more towards just doing these lifestyle kind of videos, this health updates, you know, with my sleeve gastrectomy, maybe throw in a beauty video every now and then, maybe even some other kind of videos. Hopefully you guys are all down for the ride with this. I don't know, I just like making YouTube videos, and as I've gotten older and you know, things have changed within my life, my interests in making YouTube videos has changed, but I've always liked making YouTube videos, so hopefully you guys will stick around. But now let's get into it. And so yeah, like I said, I am 3 months post-op. I had my surgery done on June 17th, 2019. Today is September 20th or 21st, something like that. September 21st. So just a couple of days ago, I had my 3-month surgiversary, and things are going really well. Like I said in my last video, my 2-month update video, I really liked the sleeved life, I guess you could call it. It's worked really, really well for me. I had a really good feeling about the procedure as it applies to my life and just, you know, how I work, and thinking that it would be a really good fit for me, and knock on wood, so far it has been a really good fit. But I'm sure you guys are wondering where my weight loss is at this point. And as of right now, from my highest weight ever that I ever saw on the scale to right now, I've lost just a little over 52 pounds, which is super exciting. So as far as from when I had my surgery to now, I've lost 35. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Starting out, I was on the lower end of the BMI scale to qualify for my surgery. So I think where I'm at, losing like 35 pounds since surgery, is pretty on par as to where I should be right now. I haven't seen my doctor since the beginning of July. I am going back, I think in 2 weeks, something like that. I do have an appointment scheduled with him, and then I also have a 3-month post-op class that I'm going to be attending on that same day. So I'm sure I get a lot more information there. I think I actually will, in my doctor's appointment, get an actual goal weight for myself. I'm a little bit nervous about that, I gotta say, because I don't know, I had a goal weight kind of in mind for myself, and I'm like 15 pounds away from it. So I definitely see myself hitting that within the next, I don't know, 3 months, maybe 4 months, just depending on how my weight loss progresses. I have been losing about 10 pounds a month so far, but the last month or the last week or so, I feel like it has maybe slowed down a little bit. So we'll see if I continue that 10 pounds per month. But we'll see. But I don't think he's going to be satisfied. My doctor, I don't think he'll be satisfied with me just losing to where I initially wanted to. He's going to want me to go further. And honestly, I could lose like 100 pounds total and still be in a normal weight range. So it's not like I didn't have anything to lose when I started this. I absolutely did. But yeah, I don't know that he'll want me to hit the 100 like total. Maybe he will. We'll see. That, I mean, would it be awesome to lose 100 pounds? Yes, absolutely. But I think I probably would have a hard time maintaining that. So maybe if I lost like 85, that would probably be good. But we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll hit the 100 and then gain some back, because I know regain is very, very common. And even if you do regain a little bit, you could still maintain at, you know, a little bit of a higher weight and be perfectly healthy and be perfectly happy with that. So, you know, I just try and take it one day at a time. But like I said, I do think I will get a goal weight in mind at the next doctor's appointment. But yeah, so I'm feeling really, really good. I think I even mentioned in the last video that if I didn't lose any weight from where I was then, that I would be perfectly happy. And that still holds true. Even if I gained the 10 pounds back from where I am right now, I think I would still be pretty happy. You know, I felt good at that point. I'm feeling better now, of course, but you know, it's just a journey, and you know, there's going to be ebbs and flows. You know, you're going to have highs and you're going to have lows. And I mean, so far everything has been really good. I have hit some stalls, of course, and I do think my weight loss is slowing down, as I mentioned, but you know, we're just keeping on. We're just trucking through it and staying with the program and doing as best as I can with it. And yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about having a gastric sleeve. If it's something that you're considering, go ahead and talk to a surgeon. You know, most surgeons have no obligation free seminars that you can go and attend just to get some information. If you are really serious, you might even be able to give them your insurance information and set up an appointment with the doctor just to kind of see where everything stands with you. But if it's something that you are thinking about, and I'm never just going to be the type of person that would say, yes, you need to go do this. But if it's something that you have thought about and want to do, go ahead and do it. You know, like I said, in most cases, I think there's no obligation to just go and learn a little bit more about it at a doctor's office. And yes, I do realize I'm only 3 months out. That is not very long, you know, considering how long I'm going to have this gastric sleeve for, you know, forever. It's a permanent thing. But as of right now, I can't say anything bad about it. All right, so now moving on to what I'm actually eating at this point, and it is very, very similar to what I was eating in my last video. I'm still right between like 700 and 900 calories a day. The last couple of weeks, I think I've been right around like 820 to 850, and I'm still really, really happy with that. That is perfect for me. Again, I always like to put a disclaimer that is not healthy for somebody that does not already have this procedure. So if you're just thinking that you want to go on a diet and you want to try and lose some weight, and you hear that I lost 50 pounds in not that long amount of time, don't do it this way, please. I don't want anyone that has not had this sleeve, that has not talked to a doctor and a nutritionist to go on this kind of diet. It's not what I'm trying to imply at all. This is just what's worked for me because I have spoken with my doctor and a nutritionist, and I hardly have any stomach. But as far as then what I'm eating, I eat mostly eggs, meat, and cheese, and then I do eat about a half a cup of vegetables per day. That's what they told me I'm supposed to do. Sometimes I do eat more. As far as what kind of vegetables I'm eating, I eat a lot of avocado and a lot of refried beans. Those typically are my two, have been my two like go-tos. I love avocado, and yes, technically that is a fruit, but they told me that I could eat that. Sweet fruits like apples and bananas and oranges and stuff, I have not eaten those yet. I think I might even actually be able to eat them now, but I haven't. It might be at 4 months. I can't quite remember. So I'm going to hold off on those until I go to that class in a couple of weeks just to get all the updated information on when I can start eating fruits, because I would like to eat a fruit. I probably won't eat one every day, but I, you know, just like a couple of slices of an apple or a banana or an orange or something sounds really good. But I haven't done it, so you know, I'm just sticking to what they initially told me the last time I was there. And like I said, that's working for me. I do, let's see what kind of things I eat. I eat like lunch meat sometimes. I'll do like a ham and cheese roll-ups. Those are super easy. I do tuna fish with avocado mashed together instead of mayonnaise. That works really well. I do hard-boiled eggs. Of course, when I make dinner, I'll make like just chicken for my family. We eat that. I do taco meat sometimes. And the last couple of times I've actually gotten some iceberg lettuce and then used that as shells. And my son actually really liked that as well. So instead of doing like the hard crunchy shells, we do the lettuce, and that worked really, really well for us. Both of us really enjoyed that. I think my husband liked it too. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm eating. Oh, and of course I am still doing protein shakes. The last couple of weeks I've been drinking the Iconic protein shakes. I will link them down below. The company actually reached out to me on my Instagram, which will also be linked down below. But they said, hey, you know, great job on your surgery. We've been looking to expand into talking with people with bariatric surgery. We think our protein shake would be great for that. And they asked if they could send me some. Again, I just want to say I was under no obligation to talk about it, but I loved them. I love them so much. They were so delicious. They tasted a lot more like chocolate milk than something like a Premier Protein does. The Premier Protein to me, which I do like and I do drink, those are a little bit chalky sometimes to me, and they have that kind of weird, I don't know, just kind of like a weird protein shake flavor to them. These don't. They truly don't. They taste a lot like chocolate milk. They don't have quite as much protein as Premier Protein. I think it's 20 grams, which my doctor said was okay. I think that was like their minimum for protein shakes that they wanted us to have was like 20 grams minimum, which is what the Iconic ones do. But they just taste so great. I really, really like those. However, I think they're a little bit hard to find because they were on my cartwheel for Target, and I was like, oh, perfect, I can pick them up at Target. When I went, they weren't there. So I don't know, like there was not even like an empty space on a shelf for them. But I heard you can get them on Amazon, which I will have linked down below. And then I know you can get them at Whole Foods as well. So, or at least I heard you can get them at Whole Foods. I haven't personally seen them, but my Target for whatever reason didn't have them, even though they were listed on the app that they did. So maybe it was just my Target. Maybe I was looking in the wrong section. I don't know. But I do drink one of those every single day. And I do, I think they said not to snack. I think that's one thing that I'm not really following, but I feel like because my calories are so low, I'm just kind of spreading my calories out throughout the day. So I feel like that's probably fine. I'll have my lunch and then a couple hours later, I'll have a piece of cheese as like a snack, just like a little string cheese. Even though they said not to snack. Would that be considered a snack? I mean, yeah, because I'm not having it with my lunch, but I mean, if I didn't have that snack, my calories would be so much lower. So I feel like it's okay. I don't know. It's what's working for me right now. I have no issues with that. But yeah, that's for the basic rundown of what I've been eating. And then now let's talk about the one very, very, very negative side effect of the gastric sleeve surgery. Say it with me now, hair loss. And yes, of course, I did think and hope and pray that I was going to be one of the very few lucky ones that weren't going to experience this nasty, nasty, horrible side effect. But of course, that is not the case. I think it's really very close to 100% of patients experience it, at least in some capacity. My hair loss started probably around month 2.5 is kind of when I started noticing it. And it's just gotten worse as the weeks have gone on now. So it's been a little over 2 weeks since this has kind of started for me. And I do take biotin. I take biotin in my actual multivitamin, and then I also take an extra biotin supplement. And someone had mentioned, I think it was on my Instagram, to take some zinc. I had not heard about that for hair loss, but my multivitamin has quite a bit of zinc in it as well. So I'm definitely not deficient in that. It's just a side effect. It's just going to happen. So if you are pre-op or just have gone through this, just beware that it's coming. I don't want to try and sugarcoat anything. I've been really kind of depressed about it. I try not to think about it too much, but when I go like this, okay, there's a little bit. I don't know if you'll even be able to see that, but there's a few strands. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to, can you see that? Hopefully you can kind of see. There's like maybe 4 or 5 strands right here. This is nothing compared to what I've been pulling out on the regular. Earlier today, I probably pulled out 20 strands 3 separate times, maybe even more. I don't even know. I took a shower this morning and I lost a lot in the shower as well. So I know I remember hearing at some point that they say like you can lose up to 100 hairs a day and that's totally normal. I don't know if that's really normal. I don't feel like I ever typically lose 100 hairs a day, but I'm definitely losing at least 100 at this point right now. And it feels like so much. And I definitely need to get a haircut. I told myself a couple of weeks ago that I was going to get a haircut, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But I feel if I did get a haircut, it would make the hair loss seem less just because I'd be holding less hair because it's shorter. Right? That makes sense a little bit, right? But I just haven't gotten around to it. And I just feel hair all over me, like literally all the time. Yep, here's one. I feel hair everywhere and my floor is covered in it. I was in my kitchen the other day and I just looked down at the floor and there's just hair I was so embarrassed about how much hair was on the floor. I was like, okay, let's just sweep that up, pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, I just have to say that it is depressing. It is temporary though, from what I understand. I'm only on the beginning stages of it, so I can't 100% say that it's temporary for me, but from what I understand, this is a temporary thing and it's just your body kind of getting used to eating less. You did go through a major surgery, so you had a major change within your body. I hope it is over soon. I feel like I don't have that much hair left to lose at this point, so it has to be over soon. But we'll see. Fortunately, my hair is kind of on the thick side to begin with. I do have quite a bit of hair, so hopefully it won't be too obvious, but we'll see. And then one other thing, in my last video, I think it was my last video, this is I think the last thing that I need to touch on today, but in the last video I talked about how my periods have been all wonky and how the second one wasn't quite as bad as the first one. Little did I know that third one was coming, and holy cow, that was the worst period I'd ever had in my life. So about 2 months or so after I had the surgery, I don't remember exactly when it was, but that period, like I said, was the worst. It started out really good. It started out very light, very easy. And again, I should remind you, in case you didn't see that last video, I do have a Mirena, which is meant to, it's birth control, but it's also meant to regulate your periods and make them very light. So the first seven days, yes, the first 7 days were extremely light. I was like, oh man, this is amazing. It went away for like 3 days and then came back like I had just given birth. Like, I'm not joking. I could not differentiate from the times I gave birth and what happened after that to the last period I had. It was awful. So just keep that in mind. I heard actually, I was doing a little bit of research because I'm like, what is going on? Like, is this normal? And from what I understand, you have in your fat cells or fat stores or whatever, estrogen is kind of in there too. And as you're losing weight, the estrogen, you know, gets flushed out. And that's why your periods are so heavy for a little while. It makes sense. So I'm hoping that's why. And I'm hoping that going forward, they are just going to get lighter and shorter because, as I mentioned in that last video, my periods have, since I've had the Mirena, have always lasted a really long time. Hopefully now, since I've been losing weight, they won't be so heavy like that last one. The other ones that I've had since before I had the surgery weren't bad at all as far as how heavy they were. Just hopefully they can get back on track. That's all I ask. So this has kind of been a rambly video, but hopefully I kind of gave you guys an idea of what to expect if you haven't gone through the surgery yet, what life is like 3 months out. Oh, I didn't talk about exercise. I have started exercising a little bit, but I haven't been doing it the last week or so because I got stitches on my lower hip and my doctor told me to not move so much and be careful because that area is very prone to like popping a stitch. I had a mole removed and she actually had to go in twice, and so I've got like a little scar about that big now, and I think there's like 9 or 10 stitches like on my lower hip. So as soon as I get those taken out, I will get back to working out. And then as far as what I've been doing for exercise, I just do YouTube videos, to be honest. There are tons and tons of YouTube videos. I just throw one up on my TV after my kids go to bed and just do usually like a low impact 15-20 minute workout video. Those have been really great for me. I don't like anything too hard on my joints. I do have plantar fasciitis. I have really bad knees. So something like low impact just to get me moving and to get me sweating has been really, really nice. So I do enjoy doing those. And like I said, when I get these stitches taken out, I will continue to do those again. But I've had to take a little bit of a break. But I did really enjoy getting in the groove of doing that every single night. That was, a nice little thing that I had. And I've never really liked working out before, but finding the kind of videos that I really like to do really, really helped me. So like I said, just Google or just look on YouTube. There are thousands of workout videos and new ones are popping up all the time. So just go ahead and Google it and see what pops up that might interest you. All right, now I think the video is done, but hopefully again, like I said, that I covered everything that you guys want to know. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below or over on my Instagram. I will say I am better about answering questions on my Instagram than I am on YouTube, but I'm trying to get better at my YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, please go ahead and like this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.